entitlement.
For everybody going nuts about me not wanting at my party, it's the same thing if they say no alcohol in the building. Whatever we checking for, it's the same thing as people saying, you gotta bring clear bags. It's the same thing when you go in a restaurant and they say no rips in the jeans, no hats on. These people own this establishment and it's certain things they don't go for. It's the same thing. But now you wanna say you're gay. You wanna bully people. Y'all fought for gay rights for 20, 30 years. We said nothing. Maybe we should fight for straight rights. You can't even go against it. If you're not with it, you can't even go against it. Y'all get that offensive. I got real players, real bosses. I mean, football people, NBA people, attorneys, rappers. You know, that's my establishment. If I'm not going for it, I'm not going for it. Simple as that. I don't want nobody licked and tricked. You know, I'm protecting people. I'm protecting a lot of people's reputation. And it's my establishment. Just like when you go to certain restaurants and you can't wear ripped jeans. When you own something, you have the right to set the rules of your establishment. Same thing if you go and see somebody in a prison. Certain clothes you can't wear. Certain things you can't do. This fucking world is out of control.
So, like, any of my trans sisters trying to pop up to Boosie pool party? Because I would go.
What I don't understand is, what does a tranny have to do with any of those people of those status reputation? Why would you be trying to protect them, babe? Nothing even happened. So you don't want the trannies there, but you want all the niggas that with the trannies there. Okay. So basically you want all the down low men there. You want niggas that like niggas there. Gay male. You want them there at the pool party. Boosie, do you gotta tell us something, boo? Cause I'm starting to think that the apple don't fall too far from the tree, cause your daughter's a lesbian and you're in the blocks way too much around this LGBTQIA to not be questionable at this point. While you want to talk about protecting a reputation, you worry about a tranny, but you got a whole nigga looking you up and down, sizing you up.
Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share the video. You can support uncensored conversations via Cashapp or buying your girl a coffee. I just want to give a quick shout out to my first Faye ambassador. Shout out to Nefertiti. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to sign up for memberships or sign up to be an ambassador as well to receive a shout out, the link will be in the description down below. Hey y'all, I just want to pop in here and have a conversation about this whole controversy that blew up over Boosie's pool party. Now, if you're like me, you had no idea that this was even going on. You have no idea about Boosie having pool parties because you just don't give a damn about celebrities and the business that they have. But this came across my feed and I definitely had to comment on it because it speaks to a bigger issue. So essentially you have Boosie. He hosts a pool party, I guess, every year. And someone popped in his DMs and was asking, hey, are trans allowed? And he said no. He said no, not over here. And this sparked a big backlash from the T in the LGBTQISLMNOP community. The bigger issue that I want to talk about is a lot of these so-called marginalized groups, they tend to impose themselves on the very people that they claim hate them. And so it creates this problem, like, was it the chicken or the egg? Okay, do people not like you because you're just you, or do people not like you because you keep forcing yourself on them? I find all of this so interesting because we went through an entire cultural shift where we talked about consent, where we talked about respecting people's boundaries, to now blatant disrespect of other people's boundaries is somehow celebrated and tolerated. I said that backwards. I should have said tolerated and celebrated. If somebody does not want you in their space, respect that. I don't understand what's so difficult about that concept. If he says that he does not want folks with red hair at his house, that is his right. If somebody says that they don't want somebody under 6 feet tall at their house, that is their right. If somebody says that they don't want somebody at their house that is over 200 pounds, that is their right. Folks really need to stop forcing themselves onto others and trying to force their presence onto other people, because understand that is going to make you even more insufferable. You see this with a lot of marginalized groups. I can think back to the civil rights movement, and I know that's going to piss some people off, but I will never understand the incessant need to be somewhere where you are not wanted.
This is this man's personal event. And this is the part where I feel like we be just trying to get up under people's skin sometimes, just to try to get up under it. If the man don't want those individuals, us, whatever, at his pool party, that is his right. And honestly, as a person that is a part of the LGBT community, I want to know what rooms they don't want me in, so that I won't go. So that I'm not a target when you get drunk and y'all want to pick on each other and fuss and fight. I'm not the one you want to choose. I don't want to be in a room where any little thing I can do or say, y'all want to target me. So if this is what you don't want at your party, I'm not coming somewhere where I'm not wanted. I don't understand what the fuss is about. It's not a crime to the people that really don't like us. And that's just what I want people to understand. It's a lot about regular people life I don't like. But I don't like something ain't that they cannot like something about me, and I'm okay with that. I respect those who don't respect my decision and how I choose to live my life. If you don't want me at your pool party, bitch, I ain't coming. And let's stop making it a crime. It's not a crime. It's simply not a crime. He has nothing nice to say about our community every time he gets on social media anyway. Why would you want to go?
If them folks didn't want you in their business, if them folks didn't want you in their schools, if them folks didn't want you on their buses, why the hell are you on their buses? Go build your own. In fact, we already had our own, but we just wanted to be by the white people so badly that we allowed them to spit at us, sick dogs on us, spray us down with hoses, lynch us, all in the name to force ourselves into their presence. And I can never get with that. Why am I paying you to tolerate me? Like, no, I'm gonna go over where I'm loved. I'm gonna go over where my dollar is respected. And that's going to be what it is. You see this time and time again. The moment you say that you don't want a specific group of people in a location, that specific group of people make it their mission to force their presence onto you. I experienced this even just at school. You have some kids that, I'm just going to be honest, are irritating and you don't want to be around them. And then they run to the teacher and they complain, oh my God, she don't want to hang out with me. They're not letting me play with their group. They're not letting me, okay, and I'm sorry. Like, if you're irritating, I'm not going to force myself to be around your irritating ass. Get a better personality or find people where your personality meshes well with them, and stop trying to impose yourself onto people that you don't blend with, people that you don't mesh with, people that you don't vibe with. So bringing this back to the whole Boosie situation, if you know that this man is not for the LGBTQ, LMNOP, XYZ, if you know that he is not for that community, why are you even asking him in the first place to come to his party, knowing that you're part of the T? I'm not gonna go up to a white supremacist and ask them, hey, can I come to your white supremacist cookout? I'll bring some potato salad. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't want to be where you are, period. Okay? I don't want to be around people that don't want to be around me. I don't know. Maybe this is human nature to want to be around people that don't want to be around you. Maybe it's the feeling of FOMO, feeling like you're missing out because you weren't invited. You know, I remember watching those episodes of like little teen shows from like Nickelodeon, Disney, and you always had that one episode where the main character wasn't invited to the party, and then they're going on this whole adventure to try to get invited to the party. Why do you want to go somewhere where they didn't want you there? Why are you doing backflips? That just makes the other person's value much higher, because you're valuing them more than they're valuing you, and you're going out of your way to try to be around somebody that doesn't want to be around you. Like, it's very one-sided and cringe. It gives desperate. I am not begging somebody to allow me in their space. Either you want me there or you don't. And if you want me there, I might not want to be there regardless. This whole situation is ridiculous. That is that man's house. If he don't want you there, he don't want you there. Stop trying to force yourselves onto other people. Whether it's, oh, you should date trans. Oh, you should do trans. Oh, you should do. Okay, well, what if I say, oh, well, you should be the gender, the sex that you were born? oh, y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like other people imposing their beliefs, imposing their standards, imposing their boundaries on you. But you want to impose yourself onto everybody else. It is extremely entitled and one-sided. And that's the part that I just can't stand. And it makes that community so insufferable. And I honestly feel bad for the folks that are a part of that community, but not a part of that community. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are T, but they don't move like these new age T's. They don't move like these internet T's. They be literally out here just trying to live their lives, blend in as much as possible, go get their groceries and go back home, not force themselves onto other people or try to trick folks into dating them. They literally just want to go about their lives, but the rest of the T's is acting a damn fool. The rest of the T's got the block hot for them. I honestly feel very bad for those folks because they end up catching strays with videos like this. Videos like this end up sending strays to the ones that don't behave this way, and I don't like that. Y'all are bad PR for your group. If you're fighting for acceptance, if you're fighting for people to take you seriously, if you're fighting for people to include you, then make yourself someone people would want to include. Nobody wants to be around somebody that is going to monitor every single word that they say to make sure it's not transphobic. Like, nobody wants to walk on eggshells when it comes to the people that they are spending time with. That's why a lot of these folks that are like super feminist or super pro-black, and I say that in air quotes because a lot of these so-called pro-blacks are actually very anti-black. All these folks that are super left-leaning or even super right-leaning, nobody likes you. Nobody likes your extreme polarizing ass. A lot of these folks, they bring their politics, they bring their woe is me into everything that they do. And it makes you insufferable. It makes you somebody that nobody wants to bring to a party. And nobody can have a good time with Debbie Downer over here being mad because somebody called him a him because he looks like a him with a dress on. Like, nobody's trying to deal with that. It is his right to not want you in his house, just like it is somebody else's right to not want to date you for whatever reason. It is somebody's right to not want to associate with you for whatever reason. Respect that. The same way that you wouldn't want a Trumper to impose themselves onto you and force themselves into your spaces. You wouldn't like that. So why are you doing that on the opposite end? Why are you doing that to somebody else? What is the reason? It's because you're entitled. It's because you're entitled and you feel as though your needs supersede everyone else's. If you so pressed about this damn pool party, throw your own party. Now, this is the part where, you know, some of the folks in this community about to catch a few strays, but I have to tell the truth. I have to keep it a buck. This is a mental illness. And some people, they handle it as best as they can by dressing however they want to dress, acting however they want to act, but then they don't go out of their way to try to force other people to validate their own feelings. They focus on themselves, they do what makes them happy, and they move on. With some other folks, okay, the ones that are making the spot hot for the rest, they need you to validate them. They need you to acknowledge them as what they're not in order to, I guess, be right in their own mind, in order to feel comfortable in their own skin. No, I do not have to affirm that you are something that you're not. If you want to live your life in that way, if you want to move as a woman, and I say that in air quotes, if you want to do all this lipstick, makeup, heels, all this other stuff, if you want to cosplay as a woman to feel better, by all means, go do that. I'm not going to stand in your way, but don't feel like you can invade my space. Don't feel like you are entitled to my space because you're marginalized or because you just want to be here. Just like I'm not going to invade your spaces, I expect you to not invade mine. It's called mutual respect. But for some reason, a lot of marginalized groups just refuse to have mutual respect for differences. And that's the part of society that I just cannot get with. In today's day and age, it's all or nothing. It's skins versus shirts. There's no shaking hands and just going your opposite ways. It's like, no, I have to dominate and destroy you because you think differently from me. I have to dominate and destroy you because you have different values than I do. I have to eradicate you. I have to reprogram you because people desire that validation. And the moment you are a dissenting opinion, that validation goes out the window. They can't live in their echo chamber. And so it causes them all this distress and they feel the need to go DEF CON to try to force you to think the way that they think. as opposed to just accepting the fact that people think differently. We can vote for laws, big bank take little bank, and call it a day. But folks just cannot let it go. And that's how you end up with situations like this, where you have a marginalized group outraged because somebody does not want them in their space. I don't know why y'all want to go to a Boosie party anyways. If he don't like you, why do you want to be around him? That's why negging works so well, because it triggers something in that person to go on an entire mission to get the person that does not like them to like them. It's very childish and weird. Go where you are accepted. Go to a pool party for you. If it ain't for you, it ain't for you. And clearly the Boosie pool party ain't for you. Let it go. Pack it up, let it go. Go to T.S. Madison's pool party and call it a day. Go to E.J. Johnson's pool party and call it a day. Leave that man Boosie alone. If he want to have his pool party, this, that, and the third, let him have that in peace. Don't go over there and try to cancel the man because he don't want you at his party. Childish. There are so many other things we could cancel that man for. What was it? He had a stripper for his son who was underage. Like, it was some weirdo stuff like that. That would be something to cancel him over. This? Oh, hell no. Nope. No ma'am, no sir. Okay, we are respecting people's boundaries in 2026 and onward. We are not forcing ourselves on the people that don't want us. It's all about consent. If he don't consent to having you in his party, period. It's a wrap. Go somewhere else. But y'all, I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this whole situation? Do you agree with me where it's like, this very behavior is the reason why folks don't want you nowhere? Can't take you nowhere because you feel like you're entitled to be everywhere. It's just insufferable and very entitled. Or do you disagree with me where it's like,
I didn't want to be, I said no.
I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts. If you like the video, like the video. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed out into the algorithm. Also, hype the video if that's for you. And if you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.